Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Hicks coming at you. A little midday money on a Friday, a football Friday. Huge weekend of marquee. Well, I'm sorry. It's college basketball weekend. 24th of February. Welcome on into the show. Like, subscribe, ring the bell here so you don't miss it on the Facebook, YouTube channels. The link to the podcast, the growing podcast. Although I don't know if it's growing. I didn't look at the numbers lately. But you can find it on all your favorite podcast spots. Amazon Music, Spotify, Apple, TuneIn, Stitcher. You know where to go. Listen on in. Why wouldn't you? Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. The free picks are free picking over there. Chicken. What combo you picking? I went to Raising Cane's last night. So the free picks are up there. I'll put them here in the chat too as well.
Hey, we went to Cane's last night too. There you go.
Yeah, I like Cane's. I think we're going to Cane's again tonight. It is what it is. I don't know. It's a lazy Friday. Let's hit it. Hit a little recap action. And what is there to say? Well, another 1 point loser. 22-48 the last 5.5 weeks with games at a half point, 1 point. That's how my college hoop season's been going. Yeah. 176 and 174 now. We were like 15 games over. Now we're down almost 2 dimes in the video. What is there to say? It's just been a rough run. A rough run here with our college basketball the last 5-6 weeks. Gotta get straight, and we will. So that's the recap from there. Let's get to today's picks. And hopefully we do a little better with today. Right? We need a nice big win. Hopefully we sweep the board. We're there. I mean, I just can't get over the hump. The numbers. Again, 2-3 night there. Let's get to today's action. Jacksonville in a pick 'em here. In this spot, I'm going to tell you, you look at the ASUN, which I believe the ASUN tournament starts on Monday. Yes, it does. ASUN Monday, Horizon Patriots, Sunbelt on Tuesday, and away we go for March Madness. Sign me up Jacksonville here. 11th place team, 6-11 in a pick'em versus basically the 3rd seed right now. Pick'em, sure. Fresno. You got a team that's 21-7 facing a 10-win team, and the line came down. This was actually a 2.5 last night. I saw from a 4.5. Fairfield's first half. Let's just go. I know my guy Pound's going to mention them in here. They've been pretty good as forget about them being a first half team. It's just Niagara just being a bad team out of the gate. The Hall, what are we doing here with just 1.5? Take the Hall money line. It's not what everyone's talking about, unranked home team versus a ranked home as a fave, but it's the same. For me, it's the same kind of parameter. You have a ranked team laying the short kind of number here. Give me the Hall, a desperate Hall team to get it done. And Texas State, this line keeps coming down. Southern Miss is the top team in their conference, I believe. They're 13-4 or something in conference play, and yet here we are. The line come down from 4 to 2.5. Texas State. NBA, a rare NBA winner coming into play here. The Nets, plus a little bit of money. I'll take the Misfit Nets. You know I'm like the Misfit Net team. And cold cash on the ice, plus money in the ice on the year, even with a losing record. We've cashed 8 of our last 10 on the ice. Florida puck line. Tim's not going to be happy. It's fine. It's just a bad back-to-back spot. It is. I mean, you're in overtime. It wasn't even like a grinder. It was
it's always difficult to go Tampa, Florida, or Florida, Tampa. 100%.
Because they're always 2 decent teams, and you're coming off a wild game.
And it's the same deal as whenever teams have back-to-backs against like Calgary and Edmonton. And not many teams sweep back-to-backs that way too. Oh, Sabres did. Never.
Here we go. Why do you come in and give it?
We're good.
You got college baseball?
No, I was actually starting to cap that now because the lines come out late, so it was a little bit weird. I will say,
how about NBA
I'm going to the game. I am grabbing East Carolina money line -115 versus UNC.
It's NBA.
Oh, you said NBA? I thought you said Never
I did
mind.
say that first. You said that the lines were coming out later, so I said,
Yeah. No,
NBA.
sorry, the only play I have right now is ECU. I am going to the game, and it's against a in-state rivalry. Anyways, NBA today, yes. I'm on Washington. I got them at minus 1.5 last night. They're up to a +2 now, so not really too big of a fan of the line movement. I just saw them as a favorite last night. I thought it was a weird line. I took it. That's kind of how I felt with that one. I'm on the Atlanta Hawks. They're a favorite against a Cavs team that's 14 games over. Granted, the Cavaliers are coming off of a back-to-back. They played Denver last night in Cleveland. Now they have to travel to Atlanta, and now they have to play back-to-back nights. Tricky spot.
Is this Atlanta's first game with the new coach?
Yes, and Atlanta's first game with the new coach.
I like
So
it.
I was going to back them regardless.
I like it.
So Washington and Atlanta. My best bet is in the Miami-Milwaukee game. So that's up on the site. I hit my best bet last night. Philadelphia 76ers -4. Never in doubt.
Never in doubt.
Totally didn't making 2 free throws with like 4 seconds to go. But anyways,
it's a never in doubt, or like that Utah never in doubt.
I had Oklahoma City last night.
No, I was talking Utah college basketball against Arizona. It was 78-70, and the guy got fouled with 3 seconds left, hit a free throw to cover the 7.5.
I had 7, so I pushed. So he missed a free throw at the end too, so that killed me. But we pushed that game. I am on the Nets with you. I'm going to continue to back them with you just throughout this little stretch. I'm on Houston. You get the Warriors on a second leg of a back-to-back after a game against the Lakers. I don't think maybe Houston wins the game outright, has a shot, but I'm not sprinkling that one. I think Houston keeps this one in single digits. And then final game of the night is Kings plus the points against the Clippers because Mr. Toxic Russell Westbrook is making his Clippers debut tonight. So I'm fading that all day.
I like it.
So there we go. There's your NBA plays for the day. Let's get it.
Let's go. Maybe. Let's we got here. Brandon. Morning, Craig. How are you? I'm good. Thank you for popping in. Marcos is first. Marcos, let's go. It's let's do a Marcos minute here with the limited college basketball schedule. Marshall Old Dominion. Let's go. I'll take the home dog. Georgia State was a pick 'em, now 2. I guess we lean that way. Coastal and Troy, I'm not laying 10. Coastal it is, as bad as they are. I had them the other night. They didn't cover because we're losers. We got Fairfield in the chat here in a first half play. I'm going to say Canisius. I don't want to bet Canisius. I can't bet St. Peter's. I kind of fade that team when you for the whole year, you're hitting under 40% of your shots. I can't back you there. Next up, we have Marist and Manhattan. It'll be Red Foxes. Again, dog time in conference play. Let's go. The Rider game, Siena's pretty good. Rider's not too bad. Both teams 11-5 in conference. How about normally I'd say under. I like my AA max under. This one here, I don't know. How about an overtime game? I want to take Richmond in the double digits. I can't lay double digits with Iona, but on the same token, I can't take Mount St. Mary's. Seton Hall, yes. Monroe, Arkansas State, I would lean. Again, doggy Red Wolves. Texas State in the chat. Madison was at 12. It is up to 15. No, thank you. It would be dog or nothing there. But again, not playing that one. I like the over Louisiana. This was 143, and then it went to 147. I'm kicking myself for that one. Grand Canyon, again, 4.5 up to 6. Another little line move there. I'd still lean to the Pilots of Seattle. Colorado State is a 7 over Wyoming. How about an under? Wyoming, I can't back Wyoming. I do like Colorado State at home. I don't know if I want to lay a touchdown. I could say no scoring, though, for sure. Under Colorado State. UNLV laying 9. Again, I'll look to an under here, 140. Nevada, Fresno, give me the Fresnos. Jacksonville as your added game. We got it here. North Florida, Bellarmine. I like the Ospreys. Again, do I want to lay 5? This is two similar teams. I mean, Bellarmine 7 and North Florida is 8 in conference play right now. I would lean dog. Stetson and Lipscomb, the lines come down to a 1 in some spots from a 3. Stetson's the 2. Lippy's the 5. I guess you could look at Lippy. Again, no play for me there. Marcos. Liberty 14. No, thank you. Top dogs in the ace on there with Kennesaw record wise, but I'm not interested in laying 14.5. North Alabama 2.5. I kind of lean this way. Little home fave. They're the better team by far. Maybe a little light though with the line at home. I don't get it. Gulf Coast again. I'm not laying double digits. And Kennesaw 10 on the road. No, thank you. How about an over in Kennesaw? Crazy totals in that Kennesaw game. Hit the like button for me and Tim. I appreciate it, Marcos. And you got your Marcos minute. Marcos Hour, only 18 games. I got it. Let's go, AC. Run them all. I got you. I got them all for you. We took care of business. Jesse, going against the unranked home fave. Taking David. I understand. It's something I bet all year. And honestly, it hasn't really paid off the last month, Jess. So that's that for me. I get it. Eric, Seton Hall, Fresno. Yes. Miz coming in. Madison, the 14. I can't lay this kind of number. It was 15 a little while ago, so you got a good number there. 12.5 would have been better. Hall plus the points, yes. UNLV. I mean, I don't want to lay that against the Air Force. That would be an under kind of look for me there. UNLV might sign UNLV over the 139. I like the under. Marist under. Yes, I could do that. There is the link. Go get it. Walk This Way's in the house. Welcome. Tate the Great. Let's have a good start to the weekend. We're good try. Let's do it. Michael Hall, short home doggy versus ranked. Yeah, I've been playing them. I'm not backing away from it. Fresno money line, yes. VCU versus Richmond. That was 1.5 months ago in Richmond. Now it's 9. Richmond off the big comeback win. Yeah, but again, I can't lay those kind of numbers. So if I'm not taking a dog, I'm definitely not taking a fave. It's just a stay away for me. Wyoming under. No, they shouldn't be laying 7, but Wyoming. Just get the season over with. I'll just take it under. I don't know if they're scoring. Raging Cajuns, Louisiana as your 4-point fave over the Jaguars. No real, I just did the rundown in this one. Nothing. Jets and Islanders on the ice. Let's go to the ice. Winnipeg. Are they still on the road? No, they're home after their New York swing against Colorado. I can take them at home here. Yes, let's go. Short number. They've beaten Colorado before in the past last couple games. I can do that with you. And the Islanders against the Kings. Kings, hold on. Let me pull this up here. How are the Kings doing on the road? Does this say, are they on a big road swing here? Last couple games in New Jersey, Minnesota. So this is a third game and a back-to-back spot. I don't hate it. Take the Islanders there. How about a puck line? Get a big payday. Try for, we're gambling here. Walk This Way. Bet big. Thunder and the Suns. Thunder's covered 11 straight after an OT loss. I mean, that's an odd stat. So after OT losses, they come in. How many OT games have they had this year? No Durant still, right? I would just take the Thunder anyway, just because I don't like the Suns.
Durant will make his debut on March 1st versus
Wednesday.
The Hornets. Yeah, there you go. I will be on the Hornets that day. Doesn't matter. I don't care what the line is.
I agree. I'll still take the Thunder here in 8. Hawks short line, yes. Coaching debut, we like Atlanta. Tate the Great, Niagara. They might come back. This is a team. I do like Niagara overall in this spot. But they kind of struggle out of the gate. Canisius money line against Peters. Again, as I said during the rundown, Peters, 38% shooting. Under Marshall. Hold on a second. Canisius money line under 151 Marshall. Manhattan at home minus. Okay. So under the Marshall game against Old Dom. I would lean Old Dom there. Manhattan at home -4 against the Red Foxes. Of course, I'm going to lean to the dog there. And you want to go over Queens and Liberty. What number you got for 148? It was 147. It's right around where it should. I mean, you want to go over. You think it's to be high scoring. I'm not gonna argue there. Hall and Xavier over. Yeah, I agree with that. Possible OT game, yes. Michael Strong, good stuff. Yeah, babe. You haven't seen the Red Dawn shirt? Come on. I've worn the Red Dawn shirt. I'm always wearing a TV shirt. I got the Goonie shirt. I got the Red Dawn shirt. I got the Gecko. And the other one, the white shirt I wear with the Go to Your Happy Place, that's Happy Gilmore, the little midget guy on a tricycle. Go to Your Happy Place. If Westbrook is playing, it's the Kings money line, says Michael tonight. Rise above. What do you say? Bradley Beal may not be playing tonight for the Wizards. That could be why is that why we get a little line move there? Probably, Tim. If there's no Beal, that could be why that's what it was.
It could be. It could very well be. I still like the Wizards.
Yeah, it's a tough one. That's the pitfall sometimes. Rise above when we get down early on a number. Gabe, Troy over Coastal. Again, I can't. And that's just me, Gabe. And I'm losing by saying let's take some dogs. So I take my I like dogs with a grain of salt right now. Not even a grain of salt. Take it with some Maalox because they've been making me sick. Southern Miss. You don't think that line looks low, Gabe? Southern Miss is 24-6, 13-4 in the Sun Belt. And Texas State is sitting as a 2-point dog now at 13-17. I can't. That's Texas State. Nevada Wolfpack. This is another one with the line coming down. This was 4.5. And Fresno is 10-17. 10-17. I wrote it down somewhere. Where are they at? 10-17. Big line moves on Marshall game under. What's that? What's it at now? It's 151. It opened at 151 the Marshall game. What is it at now? South Alabama. That was a 143. It's a 147. You got with the Marshall under 143. That's got to be the Alabama opener 143. Wyoming under, yes. Rise above. Get that under. South Alabama plus 4.5 and money line. I don't hate that one. And what should be, I mean, the line move for the points with the total there tells me they're expecting a lot of points there. So taking a dog, I agree with there. Brandon, good morning, Craig. How are you? How's Tim doing? Tim as well. Craig as well. Hope you are well, Brandon. Rodeo this weekend. Marcos, Nevada in the under. The Nevada under is now 137 from the 140. I thought when I did the Nevada under, I had a 129. You had a 140? That can't. No. Now I got to pull up some sites here. That can't be right. I mean, no way you had a 140. I mean, that's you got 137. Good for you, Nevada. I mean, that's a great number considering it opened at 129. I mean, unless you're thinking UNLV. Is this Nevada, Las Vegas you're trying to say? Pound it. Check out tomorrow's early games. A bunch of home, unranked, first ranked. Yeah, I briefly pulled up the schedule for tomorrow. I need a big day, Anthony. Brandon, I need a post for the Rockets and Golden State for tonight. Listen, play of the days for the Rockets tonight. How about we just take the over in this game? Golden State in a back-to-back. They lost 124 to 111 or whatever last night. Not much scoring. I don't want to lay the points here. I'm going to expect points, and we'll say let's go over the total. For my Mafia brother, like the Bucks tonight. I don't like the Bucks tonight. I like Miami. I like Miami in that spot. It's again, it's a low-hanging fruit. It looks really easy. Let's go and get something to eat. Yeah, well, Eve grabbed the low-hanging apple, and she ruined everybody's life. So that's what happens. You're going to get the game that looks really easy. It's going to ruin your life. Don't do it. Thanks for the rundown. You got it, Marcos. That's what we do. We're so close to March Madness. Cannot wait. Already made reservations at Caesars Vegas. You're going out for the NCAA tournament or conference tournaments, Michael? And I don't know why you call it March Madness when the February Frenzy starts on Monday. Your first tournament games start up. And late night money this weekend, Saturday, Sunday we'll talk a little ASUN. We'll talk Horizon, Patriots, Sunbelt. I don't know if I'll probably load up a separate video for each conference, and it'll only be like 4 minutes or so. It'll just be the odds, and I doubt it'll be me saying let's take the favorite minus 160 or something. It'll probably be like, hey, let's look at a dog to take something there. But Brandon, cook off was yesterday. The cook off yesterday for the I got to know more ahead of time to go to the cook off. FI Florida Atlantic won by 40 against San Antonio last night. Did they cover? Jeff's in the house. Last day in Cancun. Back to Shreveport tomorrow. Home of the drive-bys, he says. That's right. Enjoy the vacation, though, Jeff. You got another day down there. Have a nice margarita. I'm a strawberry margarita guy. Have a nice little strawberry margarita. Enjoy the sun. Maybe a little grilled iguana. I wish I was in Tijuana.
Nick wants to know frozen or on the rocks for the margarita.
Frozen.
And
That's the best way.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, frozen.
He wanted to make sure.
I'm a frozen fruity guy. I like the frozen. I'm not a big salt off the.
All right. So that was the next question: salt or sugar? So sugar.
Sugar on the rim. Easy.
I don't want sugar on the rim. I just want the icy mix.
Fair enough.
Extra Cuervo. Troy Dallas Kennedy, morning man. Could you give me an angle on the Nets, Fairfield, or Seton Hall? I think I agree. Just curious. So the Nets are a team for me. It's like I call them the misfit toys, right? We don't want, you have two guys forced their way out, and you got a bunch of guys there with something to prove. It's the proverbial, I got an entire chip on my shoulder. It's the size of the island of Manhattan for the Nets, right? It's a bunch of guys, and there's no one guy you'd be like, wow, this is a great star to build around. They just got a lot of pieces, a lot of kind of guys who just get things done. And the Bulls, okay. Oh, I mean, is Pat Beverly really gonna? Here comes Zach LaVine. No. Give me the Nets here. The line tells you to take the Nets. And Fairfield, I do like Niagara here, but for the first half, Niagara first half has been a disaster. I get all the time from Pound. It tells me all the time, oh my goodness, first half, these guys are just bad first half. I do like Niagara to win. I think the Stags win. They're home. It's a pick 'em. A little better than Fairfield. But again, this spot here, I look at it as how have teams been playing, right? We could talk about, well, they've done this or that. All I know is the first half, Niagara has not been strong out of the game. And the Hall's a spot where it's just an autoplay for me, much like Texas State and Jacksonville. We have a ranked team. We're so much better because we're quote unquote ranked, and you're laying a point versus 16 and 12 team. I don't think they're a bubble team. I'll take the dog. I'll take them at home. Marcus Ramos lost to IUPUI. Yeah, we had IUPUI yesterday. Although I don't think we didn't have a chat. I had it on the site though. And tomorrow, who did you bring up Marcos IUPUI for tomorrow against Youngstown? I thought that line would be 12. When this line opened at 10 yesterday, I'm thinking maybe that line would be 14, but they've won outright. It'll probably come down a little bit. So Youngstown, you might catch a little break instead of laying 14. You might get a 12 here. I like the Raging. You like Raising Canes or Raging Cajuns? Brandon, Boston Bruins, Brittany, and Seattle Kraken. Well, I mean, Brittany, she's a fun one to have around. I guess that's not too bad there. Boston Bruins. How are the Bruins doing? Where's Boston? They're not even playing today. Okay. And the Kraken. Is this yesterday's game?
They played against each other yesterday.
Yeah. Okay. Tied and prepared. Rolling with Xavier and the Heat today. I like the Heat, and I'm against you on the X-Men there, Todd. David, I'm on. Xavier looks a little bit better team. Definitely the better team. I mean, we're not going out on a limb here by saying that. right? I mean, let's just pull up the record here. All right, 20-8. We're 16-12, and we're ranked in the top 15. But yet the line is 1. Horizon Tourney starts up Tuesday, along with the Patriot and the Sun Belt. Yes. Marcos, SIU lost to Arkansas Little Rock. Straight up. Edwardsville. No. It happens, Marcus. We got to move on. I'm trying. I was saying to my buddy Anthony today, Free Mind's happy he didn't put that game in. I was saying, I've come on the last couple of days at night. We do the late show and we recap kind of the day's action. And I'm like, oh, terrible, and you get a little flustered. And I try not to get all wound up in a loss because, I don't get wound up in a lot of wins. You just kind of move on. But you have some touch losses. You're like, man, that stinks. Man, that stinks. Real fast. So we're talking. I don't know. Yesterday, someone had brought up whatever, and I said, time's really important. And I don't like to really name a lot of people on Twitter, but Spanky posted something about like, your time and he's kind of like outspoken about people in the business. And it was just a good point where he was talking, I say all the time, I don't know a lot of guys' names, right? It's just a number. We bet to kind of move on. I'm not sitting watching live betting. And I agree with a lot of what he said. Like, you can't just sit there and watch all games if you're a bettor, right? You have, it's numbers. You kind of wrap up into that. There's almost so much time in a day to do things. And how much time could you have if you're sitting watching hours and hours of games as opposed to just kind of crunching numbers, And that's like tomorrow is a prime example of that. Like, you got the printout for the games for tomorrow. There's a lot of them. And whoosh, you got to cross that sums right out of the gate to kind of narrow it down. Gabe's like, coke off, I'm in. Sicko. Brandon, you ever heard of Jimmy Buffett's Margaritaville, the restaurant? It's trash. The song's all right, I guess. I'm kind of like a Cheeseburger in Paradise song. I think it's pretty funny. Cheeseburger in Paradise. Some French fries sound really nice. U of M took out Rutgers without the 6 points. Yeah, we said that. As much as I don't want to bet Michigan yesterday because I don't like the coach off a big win, Rutgers and Gabe knows. He brought it up a couple games ago against Rutgers. Not the same team right now. Not the same team. Arby's. Why is Cleveland an underdog? Your name just made my mouth water, Arby. They're an underdog based on a back-to-back spot and Atlanta firing their head coach and the book saying we're going to get a fired-up, refocused Atlanta team here. Tough spot for Cleveland. That's why that's that. Tate's a great. Tim, appreciate college baseball from the Twitterverse. Follow Tim in the Twitter universe.
I will say I did put it in a box real quick. I will say last time I gave out plays, I gave out Xavier and Coastal, and they both lost. So it's been a fantastic start to the season. 10-18, down 6.1. Once we get more information, it'll be a little bit easier. But I'm firing away again today. Earlier on, Washington State versus Irvine, 2 undefeated teams. I'll take some plus money with Wazoo. They played strong this year. I kind of like their squad. Kansas State plus 3.5. Yes, 3.5. They're going up against number 1 LSU at home. I think they keep this one close. I almost went Kansas State money line plus 260, but I wanted something that I could hopefully win. I'll take Baylor on the road in Durham against Duke. That's at even money. Coastal run line versus Creighton. I already joked around with Terry saying I'm fading Blue Jays already in baseball. He doesn't know it was Creighton, not Coastal. Creighton, not the Blue Jays. East Carolina, minus 115. Vanderbilt run line. Oh, I didn't put Vandy in there. Vanderbilt run line plus 125. I need to put that one in that thing. Southern Miss run line minus 125. Maryland plus 180 and Florida State minus 105. Those are the plays I have down for college baseball today.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go, college baseball fans. Maurice coming in. Iona. Again, I can't take Mount St. Mary's, but I just can't lay the number here. Mini, haha. Who we got Minnesota playing? Charlotte. 6.5. I mean, believe it or not, I don't hate it. I don't hate that game. Maple Leafs team total over against the Wild. 3.5. I can do this here. I'll say okay to that. I know Minnie's been an under team, but this line's gone up a bit here. So it's something tells me it's going to be a nice 6-3 ball game or something, or not ball games, puck games. I don't know what to call it. Panthers puck line. Yes, they're in the chat, Maurice. We got Florida puck line right in the chat. Michael said not to take a disposition. Try to catch late night money tonight. See you there. Have a good one. Lock them up. Let's go. Take that dispo. Cal Irvine loses to San Diego. Straight up 900 minus moneyline phase going down. Take my Higgs in as underdogs. It is what it is, man. Although I didn't have that underdog, though, Marcus. That's the problem. The dogs I'm having, I'm not cashing. My dogs aren't covering and my favorites aren't covering. It's just been a disaster of epic proportions right now. The TV downstairs were stuck. That stinks, Brandon. We don't like when that happens. Troy, appreciate it. No problem. I appreciate you coming in. I'm here to help. I try to help, Troy. I give you my thoughts on it. Everybody's got their own kind of different angles in the sports betting world and how they do things. UNLV under 137. Okay, so that's down from 140. That makes sense. I was like, Nevada, that's 129. But yeah, well, the UNLV won't make sense because that Air Force is a 60-point scoring team. Astros are playing tomorrow. Are they in Sugarland tomorrow? Where do they play? Where are they playing, Brandon? Suns tonight. Do not like the Suns tonight. I'm not a Suns guy. Give me Oklahoma in the 8 points. Or what's it, 6.5? Miz, taking Old Dom under seems way too high. So that is, 151 seems a little high there. I'll go under with you. Marcus says, on the rocks with salt on the rim is the best. Nah, I don't know. I'm not high classy like that. I'm having a frozen margarita because it's summertime. It's hot. I want something cool and refreshing. Stetson -3. This line's down. Shop around here because I see ones out there for Stetson, Maurice. That's a stay away for me. Pat Bev's in Chi-Town and Westbrick's in LA again, says Marcos. Yeah. And I don't think it makes a difference. Although the Westbrick, I said we can go back. Denver, I think, is the team here. But the Clippers were a team I'd be scared of based on George and Kawhi playing. And when they played, they've been really good. Now you had this wacko in here who's still pretty good. Maybe he, catches lightning in a bottle or something. That's the scary team. Not the Suns. Everybody's going to be high in the Suns because, Durant's here. No. Tim, when you take it to MLB? There's no MLB today, is there?
There's MLB
we got
today,
two
right?
games in MLB. Wait, there might be two
MLB
games in
today, right?
MLB.
Spring training.
Spring training's today.
Yeah, we got two games. Texas versus Kansas City, Seattle, San Diego.
What was the site that we used for Nick? What has the lineup?
RotoWire.
RotoWire. Thank you.
RotoWire.
I want to see if they have lineups yet.
I mean, they're not crazy. Kansas City is a 105 fave. San Diego's a 110
Yes, but
fave.
if one team has a lineup going, the other one doesn't, that might help out. Project. Let's see. Entry news.
Michael says Fresno, yes. Seattle Pilots, yes. Southern Miss, I do not like. No. VCU, I'm not laying double digits, Michael. Can't do that. It's 9. It might as well be 15 in my eyes. No thank you on that game. Cleveland money line. Nope. Hawks. We like the Hawks here with the new coach. Knicks. I don't hate the Knicks now. That line was they went from +2 to -2. Obviously, I think Bradley Beal's out. Makes sense. And I do like Miami over the Bucks. Any thoughts for the Astros tomorrow? Nah, I mean, last year I got to dig up. We had a winning preseason. Me and Timothy in spring training. We won some games here. I don't think we jumped right in on day one though. I think we
No,
waited like a
I
week or
don't think
so.
we do, but it looks like most of the teams have their full lineups going.
Yeah, but they're probably going to swing the bat like twice.
Correct. So it's
You
kind of
know,
difficult to do it that way.
yeah. I
Um,
don't think we started the first week. I think we waited to get a couple games under their bat, and we came in more later in the preseason.
I think if I want to back anybody today, it's Seattle.
Seattle. I was going to say
They got their full lineup going. Wong, J-Rod, France, Hernandez, Suarez, Kalinick, Murphy, Crawford, Ford. So they have pretty much their entire lineup. The thing is, so does San Diego. Bogarts, Machado, Soto, Cruz, Kim, Dixon. All right, so the top 5 is their normal lineup. The bottom 4 is not. So if anything, Seattle today, but I'm not betting spring training off of the first day.
I like Kansas City today.
You like Dylan Lynch, don't you?
That's who's pitching tomorrow.
Today.
Lynch?
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't it Daniel Lynch?
Daniel Lynch pitching today. Yep.
No Brady Singer. They're not rolling the ace out.
Nope, not yet.
Yeah,
But
tomorrow I
lean Seattle if anything. Astros tomorrow are against a split squad Mets. So
yeah,
sure,
Astros
go
will be
ahead.
a monster favorite.
Yeah, go ahead. Astros run line tomorrow. Spring training means absolutely nothing.
Diane, Florida. All right, guess I won't be going to any of those games. Brandon, do you go to Sugarland games? Are you a season ticket holder for the Space Cowboys? Maurice, what was the most money you ever lost on a bet? Who was the team? Oh man. Because I really don't bet 10 plus times a game anymore. I had a couple 10-time losers in the 90s. I haven't lost my big bets now. I win. So I had a Virginia Tech game in college football. I want to say it was maybe like between 95 and 96, maybe 96, 97, Maurice. And this is my first 11 dime loser. And I was all in on, I think I took Tech. They were catching maybe 7 or 10, whatever it was, against Virginia. They were up 24-17 or something, and the final was like 41-17. It was turned into a total blowout. And I remember it was that's a big bet, still a big bet today. 11 to win 10. And I had a meet, and we were at a local joint. What the heck was that? We're down by the Woodbridge Mall, and I had a manila envelope with 11 dimes in it because he wanted that. It wasn't like that wasn't going on. Everything else is what we had going on for the week. And remember, I don't know if it was on a satellite or we had to call the score phone 976-1313 back in the day. But I think we had a satellite back in the day. I remember losing it though. I thought I was looking good for a half. I got to go back. What the heck? Yeah. Yeah, that was my I haven't really lost huge games like that anymore though. Because when I'm not putting 10, 15,000, 20,000 a lot of games. Grand Canyon over the 141. For this one, I just kind of like Seattle. Miss. Biggest money line underdog you bet on? Oh, I can't remember those because I bet on all types of plus $2 underdogs all the time. Baseball today. I like Kansas City, Brandon. You talk about betting in nines, listen to Pete Rose talk about MLB spat. Again, I had a lot crazier bets and bigger bets back then because I was just a derelict and I'd bet crazy. You can't, got to be a little more disciplined. It was Virginia Tech. They post right out. They post to right outs for Padres, Tim.
The lineups for Padres.
Lineups are out for the Padres. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, it's the top five. The top five are the normal, and the bottom five are not.
When's the last time a Grand Canyon game went under? They've been pretty good to the over. Let's see. Let's see when's the last time they went under. Where are they? Let's pull up some Grand Canyon. Where are our Lopes at? 19-6 to the over, the Antelopes. Let's see. Over. Well, I'll tell you, they went under 3 games ago because they had a forfeit, then they played a nobody, then they went over 146, over 147, then they went under. So they went under against Seattle, 63-58. So, and again with the Seattle team, that's why that total looks a little lower than what it normally is. No, season tickets is for Mermaid Park. Yeah. Must be nice. If you guys have money, Brandon, season ticket holder for the Stros, he's got the big cash. I hit a partial plan over at the Sugarland and try to get some bobbleheads and some jerseys. I like Sugarland. I like going over there. Speaking of sugar, let's try to make that sugar tonight with Jacksonville at the pick'em, Fresno +3, Fairfield first half only. I almost said Seattle. Seton Hall +105, Texas State +205. The Nets in the Nothing But Action League tonight, and Florida puck line +120, +120. Speaking of like crazy degenerate plays, like someone was, you're like, oh, I'm going to fire away here with a bunch of college hoops and just talking about my biggest bet or whatever, and preseason spring training baseball. So I was doing Sports Rage last night with Gabe Morrissey, and he's like a live betting show. He's like, yeah, we got New Zealand coming up. I'm like, what, New Zealand? This guy's, I'm like, Gabe, got a grip. Get the Kiwis. Then like he said, I think he took the Philippines over Lebanon or something. Like, what? I can't do it. Greg says, great show. Appreciate you watching, Greg. Thanks for commenting and coming in. And you're definitely a newer, new comment. I would know the name. I pretty much, everybody's name I kind of know. But if you don't comment, first of all, I like to listen. I know we have a couple hundred viewers most of the time between here and the P&P channel. And the comments are usually a lot of the same folks. But I like you. I'm glad you listen. You watch. You pop in. I know some people don't like their name out there, and you start hitting the like button or something, and all of a sudden you get a bunch of things on your phone to follow other people. But I appreciate everybody who comes in. That's what makes the show fun. Jim, how you been? Good to see you. I love Fresno today. Great pick. It's one of those. This was 4, and then I saw a 2.5. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. I gotta grab a 3 when I could grab it. They're 10-17. I had to take them. Now, I give you the flip side of, okay, we're having a little bit of losing season. We've gone from 30 games over 500 in college basketball to, now we're a dozen games over. We're teetering here. Things could go awry. We're down a little bit. It happens. But I can't not take a spot like this. I have to take them. Rockets, ATS, Golden State, Warriors, garbage, back to back. They are. I kind of like the over though in that spot. I don't want to take the Rockets because they're bad. I don't want to take Golden State because I don't think they're that good. Give me the over. Badness gets together. No defense. Let's pad the stats. Back to back. Over for me. That's it. All right. Allie's coming up next with her show. It is a Friday. There's 100-something games going tomorrow in college hoops. Late Night Money's back at midnight. We'll talk college hoops some. I'm going to get ready for some conference tournament stuff on Monday. So maybe I'll see if I get the previews tomorrow for the ASUN, but that'll probably be more Sunday going into Monday. It's one game. And then Monday, we'll be doing some Horizon, Patriots, Sunbelt kind of stuff. I'm not sure if I'm going to post those videos here on the Winning Free Pick page, and they'll just be short, kind of free pick clips, like 3-4 minutes. It'll be, here are the odds, here are the Horizon odds. You know, these are the seeds, 1 to whatever, 1 to 8, or whatever, how many teams in each conference. These are the odds. This is why I kind of like this little team here, another little dark horse. Chances are it's not going to be a fave most of the time. So anybody can bet the fave. I'm going to say why we kind of like something else. Because I look at it as I'm taking that 4 seed or whoever, or 2 seed, wherever the plus money brings us. And it's the bet of the game coming into that. So like the 1 seed is going to be a X favorite over somebody, you know, so that's why I kind of do my tournament kind of stuff. Jim, you can put up a better team than the Rockets at McDonald's birthday party. The Rockets, what are they doing? I mean, I'm new to the area down here with Houston. What happened here? I mean, do they just figure let's just let the college basketball team be the talk of the town for basketball? I don't know. Speaking of Houston, I'm pretty sure Monday night I'll be on ESPN Houston talking some college basketball. Not official yet, but how's that? We've come a long way. Anyway, all right, we're out of here. Man, spring training baseball, unbelievable, excellent. I might have to watch some today. While I go over my college hoops. My head's already starting to hurt already, Tim, thinking about, because I got my printout and I'm like, now I got to go look at a bunch of lines in another 3 hours and write everything down because I'm old school with my pen and paper. But, all right, out of here. Good luck, everybody. Late Night Money